What's up, everybody? What's up in Class 2 plop and drop land? Today, I want to talk about. I seen that people are like, oh, this new safety device and this device. They make a thing that, it actually kind of like a suction cup or Velcro. I don't know how it is. It goes to the thwart. It's actually a quicker way access to a throw bag, which I thought was pretty cool. I've seen that. The other one I saw was Nathaniel Sims was working with, is it Mike Crosland? Designed this new tool. Well, just glorified carabiners clipped together. It's like four carabiners. It's like four carabiners that come to a center. So when you throw it and you hit another rope, it clips and catches. That's all it is. It's a great idea. But me personally, I know rescue you use ropes, and I like that. I love that they call it high water rescue because it's like what's done in true high water versus rescue training can be different. My brother has been a firefighter, and he actually works with Boone County Water Rescue as the captain. And they've done low head dam trainings at low water, not high water, but they call it high water training, right? And he's like, no way we would use that. It's the Rapid Deployment Craft, RDC, I think it's called. Looks like a big old banana. Looks like a big banana. I mean, and for certain things like on ice, or it has its purpose, right? But low head dam at high water, no. High water rivers, no way. Like low head dams will eat a boat in a day. I mean, there's been creature crafts that have gone. Is it the Williams Dam? It's Williams Dam in Indiana, southern Indiana. Williams Dam is one of the largest out there. It's like got a 22 or 25-foot face, and it's gnarly. And even with two creature crafts with motors, it was pretty crazy. So, yeah, and you want to put a rope in there. So ropes are great for certain purposes, but overall, most people are like, oh, you shouldn't even have a chicken line on your rope. It's an entanglement. So what if someone throws you a rope and it gets around your neck, right? What if a rope is thrown and you don't know it was there? I know Robin had swam Bridge Rapid on Slab Creek, and someone, I think his GoPro showed it, but Travis hit him perfectly with the throwback, but he was so entangled in the hole he couldn't see, and like his hand was here, and like the throwback was like literally like within an inch of him, but he couldn't see it because it was chaos. So again, like throwbags are great in certain situations. Even in that situation, he was throwing a throwback and he still couldn't grab it. That's why sometimes you need multiple throwbacks, and you got to throw at the perfect timing because you got to make sure they can either see or at least have cognitive of what's around them. So you almost have to literally like put it in their hand in order for them to catch a rope. And then again, like using ropes to pull things off, you really shouldn't be using a throwback because of the force. The force be with you. So you really should use a static line, something that's rated for it. That's extra stuff you got to bring. That's why people bring a pin kit. And somebody's like, oh my God, that thing weighs a ton. Yeah, but it's what it is. Some other things that keep things from pinning out, like on a Grand Canyon trip, is the all rights that Rocky has designed and made. And he's improved it and improved it. It's now has a steel structure around it to give it rigidity, because before it collapsed like a taco, which wasn't good. I mean, it still did what its purpose was, which when a boat goes over, if a boat's like this, instead of it flipping all the way over, it only, with those all rights, it only allows it to it don't go to zero. It goes to like 15 to 20 degrees. And so by having that 15 or 20 degrees with people, you can pull it back over easy. Usually, probably one person can pull it back over, and in big water, or it'll upright again, just like kind of like a creature craft, but not as great as a creature craft. One of the reasons it doesn't is because the upper peak legs are not glued to the base. So there's no glue strength, and there's a lot of strength with glue. Between glue, the fabric, the bias fabric, there's a lot of strength there, and then flex stuff too. That's like 3 layers of strength. So it has none of that. And all it does is tie to this metal frame, which helps the tubes keeping from collapsing as much. So yeah, it's this like 4 thing with 4 carabiner clips. I saw it and I'm like, oh, a rock climber made this. So it's just to grab a rope and they're showing it on a class 5 rapid when it looks like it's about class 2 water level, which I think is funny. You can swim the whole thing, you can riverboard it. When you can riverboard something in a rescue, that's hilarious. Like, go out there when it's raging and see if you want to get out there and do. But then you can't get on rocks like you want to because everything's covered. So that's why I think it's funny they call it like high water rescue. So, but they do it at low water. That's the oxymoron. But I get it. Some things you're teaching which you don't want to make dangerous, right? Like, that's the whole reason why you go to swiftwater rescue classes, to learn to be in the water and get not comfortable, but figure out what's going to happen. Like, it ain't just like, floating on a floaty with an umbrella drink. You're going to start hitting rocks and beatering across rocks and getting bruises and hit your thigh, hit your leg, hit your fingers, hit your hand, hit your head. That's why you wear a helmet. It's like, I love it to see all these pictures of people on boats, and especially when they're rowing with oars. They got oars in their hands and they don't even wear a helmet. And it's like, and what I've noticed is it ain't the class 5 or 6 rapids that put an oar to your head. It's the class 2 when you ain't looking for it. Have you found Jesus? I don't know. I didn't know I was looking for him. So yeah, sometimes that oar comes when you ain't looking for it. So, and they're like, but it's only class 2 and I've done it 9,000 times. That's called complacency. Why do you think they want you to redo swiftwater training every year? It's because sometimes some things change, but the thing that doesn't change is your complacency. You need to be cognitive in your mind of what's happening. So yeah, so with swiftwater, there's a couple different people I would recommend that are really, really good. One is Nicole Schmiergard. You can find her online. She does a really good class. She does a couple classes. She does swiftwater training, and she also does like boating classes, also like row classes. So, and another one is Lee Baker. He does a class. He's really good. I would recommend him. So yeah, if you're wanting, more knowledge is better at the end of the day. You just become a better boater, and you're on the water, because usually with these classes, they're not just a day. They're like 2 or 3 days, or at least 2 full days. So you're hanging out on the river, by the river, and having a good time. So remember, it's all class 2. What happened here? What's up, Johnny? No recent notifications. So I'm just watching my computer. So everyone have a good day. It's August. It's the month of August. I think there's a lot of people, a handful of people going to North Fork Rendezvous. And yeah, that rescue is self-rescue. When you get to class 5, there's a reason why it's called self-rescue. So everyone have a great day. And remember, it's all class 2 plop and drop until